experience for you.
Till I walked through that door and I fell on the floor, 'cause your love was breaking through. Heard you call me by name, now I won't be the same, 'cause I found out something new. You're more than a feeling, 'cause I've seen you with my eyes. You're more than a feeling, you're the living sacrifice. Wherever I go, there you are, always near, never far. Said you never leave my side. You're more than a feeling.
We are here at crew number
5.
with
Colton.
Noah.
Camden.
Adrian.
Paul. Camden, give us a recap. What have you been up to so far? What else do you have left to do?
So we began with the roof, and we took off all of the old shingles and applied new ones. And now we're kind of just painting the lining of the roof and the windows.
Noah, give us your experience. I want you guys all actually to just give me a 1 to 10. What's it been like having to put up with Colton all week? Difficulty, 1 to 10.
I would say 5, in the middle. Hasn't been too hard, but,
I'd say a 3. He's been pretty helpful.
It's about a 5. He's kind of helping, not helping. He's there, not there.
All right, and the official answer, 12. Wow. Okay, it's only Wednesday, so give it another day or two. I think the real Colton will come out. Today we're sharing some of our most embarrassing stories. So I want to know a funny story of in your life, like a time that you were really embarrassed. While you think of that, I'm going to ask you one more question. We've been talking about this idea of our theme, which is
Exile.
nice. And in exile, we are called to live as
Ambassadors.
perfect. Nice job, Cam. So we want to know, who is someone in your life that has been an ambassador for Christ to you?
Probably my grandparents and parents.
And why?
They kind of just help me along the way. Yeah, my parents will talk to me about God. If I have any questions, they'll answer the questions, and so will my grandparents. My Grammy especially.
Awesome.
Yeah, my parents for sure. Yeah, my parents definitely laid a good foundation for me. And then my uncle, another good person in my life. And then a lot of Christians I grew up with in church too. A lot of good parental figures that I had in my life as well. Awesome.
Yeah, my entire family has been very supportive of Jesus, and some of my first friends, and all my friends, have been very down-to-earth Christians, and everybody around me kind of just helps me out with that.
Nice. And you're assistant soccer coach?
Yeah.
And assistant basketball coach?
Yeah.
And DR trip leader?
Yeah.
Digital media teacher?
I don't do digital media, so.
How about you?
Definitely my mom, and definitely Matt too. His Bible class is really good and has helped me through a lot of things. So
Great.
probably my parents, because they've always, taught me about Jesus through my whole life, and I've always been gone to church and everything.
All right, now that we've given you guys a couple seconds, tell us, what is one of your favorite embarrassing stories or time you've been embarrassed? Who's got one? Who's ready? Come on. You've never been embarrassed? I don't believe it.
Brothers.
Come on. Colton, you got to have one per week. Come on.
So last night we were playing a little telephone Pictionary, and on every single card it mentioned my name and drew me like I was 45 pounds heavier than I am. That was pretty embarrassing.
Describe the drawings exactly.
I can draw it with my hands. Yeah, that was it.
You need better friends.
Yeah.
All right, well, we have a crew full of people who don't get embarrassed easily or are just too shy to say it. Good job with the work today. Keep up the great work. We'll see you back at the school. Today we're here with crew number
4.
Eliza. On a 1 to 10, give me a rating of the boys on the crew, work-wise.
Ooh, maybe a 2.
Wow. And that's who's really holding it back, from being a 3?
Bucky.
Bucky, you agree or disagree?
I very much agree.
Self-aware, that's good. So we've been talking about this theme of what all week long?
Exile.
Good job, Bucky. I can see why you're holding back from a 3. We've been talking about this idea of exile all week long, and how in our exile we're supposed to be ambassadors for Christ.
I saw him
I thought Bucky just fell. I was he really is a 2. All right, so we've been talking about this theme of exile and how in our exile we are to live as ambassadors for Christ. So I want to know, who is someone in your life that has been an ambassador for Christ for you?
I guess my teachers, just in general, they walked with me in my journey towards being a Christian and learning about Jesus.
My mom. Yeah.
How?
Well, she just always like is an example of Christ and like make sure that that's what I'm like thinking about and wanting to be like.
Cool.
I would say my parents.
Why?
You guys are always like, yeah, showing us how to be like Jesus and stuff.
Probably my parents, because they just like walked with me from when I was little and stuff.
I would like to know today, what is one of the most embarrassing moments you've ever experienced?
Probably messing up that drywall.
Explain that for us.
There was some wet drywall stuff, and I touched it, and I also painted over it today.
And, like, you had no warning that it was wet, or?
I had a lot of warning. Just like, no, Matt was like, it's not gonna be dry, and I was like, okay, I wonder if that's dry. Yeah.
Earlier this week, we were like hitting nails with a hammer, and they were like shooting all over the place. So we had to put on goggles, and I put the goggles on upside down and didn't notice until Micah told me they were upside down.
Nice. First work camp?
7.
I am perfect, so I've never been embarrassed in my life. However, I've gotten so much secondhand embarrassment from Juditarian this week, and it's kind of hurting me. Like, just watching him, it's like...
Imagine being responsible for raising him.
I know, right? I'm like, who are this kid's parents?
I feel like I'm embarrassed all the time, so I don't know.
Why is that? Was it like when Jess said, Eliza, be cooler?
Yeah.
All right, crew. Thanks for your time. Stay safe, Bucky.
You're more than a feeling, 'cause I've seen you with my eyes. You're more than